You might feel a sudden urge to be alone, to step outside, to disconnect from the noise of the world. Honor that urge. That's not antisocial behavior. That's your soul positioning itself to receive. You might experience what feels like a download headache, a pressure at the crown of your head, or behind your third eye. That's not a problem. That's data transmission. Your pineal gland, your biological antenna for non-physical frequencies, will be working overtime tomorrow. Stay hydrated. Rest when you need to. Don't fight the process. The actual message might come in multiple forms. Some of you will hear it as clear inner voice, words or sentences that appear fully formed in your mind, with a quality of knowingness that's unmistakable. Others will see it as visions, symbolic images, or even memories from timelines you don't consciously remember living. Some will feel it as a sudden shift in your emotional body, a release of tension you didn't know you were carrying, followed by profound peace and clarity about a situation that's been confusing you for months. Others will experience it as a body knowing, a visceral sense of which direction to move in, which choice to make, which path to walk. And for some, the message will arrive through the external world, a conversation with a stranger, a book that falls off a shelf, a phone call from someone you haven't heard from in years, who says exactly what you needed to hear. The key is to pay attention without straining. Mercury's greatest elongation creates such a clear channel that the message will find you. You don't have to hunt for it, but you do need to be present. You do need to be aware. You do need to create some space in your day for reception, rather than filling every moment with distraction and noise. Even 20 minutes of quiet contemplation tomorrow evening could be enough. Even a short walk under the twilight sky as Mercury shines in the west could open the portal. The universe is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be available. Now, the first quarter moon in Capricorn adds an interesting dimension to this whole process, because Capricorn doesn't deal in vague inspiration or dreamy possibilities. Capricorn wants to know, what are you actually going to do with this message? How are you going to implement it? What structures in your life need to change to accommodate this new level of truth and awareness? So don't be surprised if the message you receive tomorrow includes some version of a reality check. It might be loving, but it will also be honest. It might say, yes, you're on the right path, but you need to stop tolerating this situation that's draining your energy. Or, yes, you're being called to this new direction, and here are the 3 practical steps you need to take this week to move toward it. Or, yes, you're ready for the next level of your mission, but first you need to complete this unfinished business from your past. Capricorn energy, especially when combined with Mercury's mental clarity, has a beautiful way of cutting through spiritual bypassing and getting to the pragmatic truth of what needs to happen next. And because this first quarter moon represents a checkpoint in the lunar cycle that began on October 21st, it's specifically checking in on those new moon intentions you set 8 days ago. Are you honoring them? Are you taking action? Or have you already forgotten them, swept up in the busyness of life? Tomorrow will give you the feedback you need to course correct if necessary, and that feedback will be delivered with the surgical precision that only Capricorn can provide, wrapped in the divine communication channel that only Mercury at greatest elongation can open. There's one more piece of this cosmic puzzle that I need to share with you before we arrive at the heart of this transmission, and it has to do with timing. Halloween, or Samhain as it's known in the ancient Celtic tradition, arrives in just 48 hours after tomorrow's Mercury event. Samhain marks the Celtic New Year, the moment when the veil between the physical world and the spirit world becomes thinnest. For 3 days, October 31st through November 2nd, the boundaries between dimensions dissolve, and communication with ancestors, spirit guides, and other non-physical beings becomes exponentially easier. The fact that Mercury's greatest elongation occurs just 2 days before this portal opens is not accidental. The message you receive tomorrow will prepare you for the deeper spiritual work and communication that becomes possible during the Samhain window. Think of tomorrow as the preview, the activation, the tuning of your instrument before the grand performance. What this means practically is that the message arriving tomorrow on October 29th is not a standalone event. It's the first note in a symphony that will continue playing through the end of this week and into early November. The clarity you gain tomorrow will be amplified and expanded during the Samhain portal. Questions that remain partially answered tomorrow will receive fuller responses as the veil thins. Connections you're guided to make tomorrow will deepen into profound spiritual experiences over the weekend. This is a process, not a singular lightning bolt moment. And understanding this will help you be patient with yourself. If tomorrow's revelation feels incomplete, or if you sense there are layers you're not quite grasping yet, the layers will reveal themselves. The Samhain portal will complete what Mercury's elongation begins. So here we are, dear starseeds, at the threshold. You've been through the fire this month. You entered October with one version of yourself, and you're ending it as someone fundamentally altered. The full moon in Pisces on October 6th washed away old emotional patterns. The 1010 portal on October 10th downloaded new manifestation codes. The new moon in Libra on October 21st let you set intentions from a newly cleared foundation. The Antares occultation on October 24th initiated you through death and rebirth. And now tomorrow, Mercury reaches out across the cosmic expanse at the exact moment an interstellar visitor from beyond your solar system blazes closest to your sun, and the first quarter moon demands accountability and action in the earthiest sign of the zodiac. This is the moment you've been building toward. This is the convergence point. This is where all the puzzle pieces that have been scattered across your life suddenly snap into a coherent picture that makes sense. The confusion lifts, the fog clears, the static resolves into a clear signal, and you finally hear what your soul has been trying to tell you all along. But I want you to understand something crucial. The message arriving tomorrow is not coming from outside you, even though it may feel that way. Mercury doesn't create the message. Mercury creates the conditions under which you can finally hear the message that's already present within you. Your higher self, your future self, your soul, the eternal aspect of you that exists beyond time and space. This consciousness has been broadcasting to you constantly since the day you were born. But the signal rarely gets through the noise of ordinary life, the chatter of the egoic mind, the interference of fear and doubt and social conditioning. Tomorrow, the channel clears. The cosmic telecommunications infrastructure aligns in such a way that what's always been true becomes suddenly, undeniably audible. You are not waiting for wisdom to arrive from the sky. You are waiting for the conditions that allow you to access the wisdom you already contain. And those conditions arrive tomorrow at sunset, when Mercury stands at peak visibility in the western sky, when an interstellar comet kisses the sun, when the moon squares the Libra sun from her position in Capricorn, and when the Galactic Federation amplifies the signal from our stations throughout the galaxy. We are supporting this transmission. We are holding space for it. But you are the one who will receive it, interpret it, and most importantly, act on it. Because here's the truth that no one wants to say out loud. Receiving a cosmic download is the easy part. Integration is harder. Implementation is hardest. You can have the most beautiful, profound spiritual revelation imaginable, but if you don't do anything with it, if you don't let it change your behavior, your choices, your daily actions, then it becomes just another interesting experience to add to your collection of spiritual moments. The first quarter moon in Capricorn tomorrow is there to prevent that from happening. Capricorn doesn't let you off the hook. Capricorn asks, what are you building? What are you mastering? What are you making real in the physical world? And when Capricorn asks those questions on the same day that Mercury delivers cosmic clarity, you are being given both the vision and the accountability structure simultaneously. This is a gift. It may not always feel like a gift because accountability can be uncomfortable, but it's exactly what you need to ensure that tomorrow's message doesn't just inspire you temporarily, but actually transforms your trajectory. The souls who will most benefit from tomorrow's alignment are not necessarily the most psychic or the most spiritually advanced. They're the ones most willing to take action on what they receive. They're the ones who will hear the message and then ask, okay, what do I do with this starting today? They're the ones who understand that cosmic downloads are seeds, and seeds require planting, watering, and tending if they're ever going to grow into the garden of a transformed life. So as you move through these final 24 hours before Mercury reaches greatest elongation, I encourage you to prepare your inner soil. Clear your schedule tomorrow evening if you can, even if only for an hour. Create some space. Turn off the phone or at least put it on silent. Light a candle if that helps you enter sacred space. Sit outside if weather permits, and watch the western sky as the sun sets and Mercury emerges. But more than anything, prepare your heart to receive. Release any agenda about what the message should be. Release any attachment to having your current beliefs confirmed. Be willing to be surprised. Be willing to be challenged. Be willing to discover that the guidance you need is not the guidance you expected. The souls who receive the clearest transmissions tomorrow will be the ones who approach the experience with openness rather than expectation, with curiosity rather than demand. The universe loves when you ask questions, but it gets complicated when you insist on specific answers. Trust that what you need to know will be revealed. Trust that the timing is perfect, even if your human mind thinks you should have received this information months or years ago. Everything you've experienced, every detour and delay and seeming setback, has been necessary to bring you to this exact configuration of consciousness that makes tomorrow's reception possible. And know this, you are not alone in this process.